Billy, let's bring in our first guest, Librarian Laurel from Fresno County Library. How's that?
That's very good. Thank you.
You wanted to correct me on your last name.
I did.
Go ahead and give it to me.
It's Prysiazny.
Laurel Prysiazny.
I know. There's all kinds of letters in there. You just basically leave out all of the middle ones.
That's okay because you're a librarian,
I'm a
right?
librarian.
A lot of letters are good. So how long have you been a librarian?
Can I not tell you? It's like 30 some odd years.
Wow.
I'm old.
Right here in Fresno?
No, I've been here 5 years.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from Canada originally. No bad Canadian jokes, please.
No, it's okay. Do you know Justin Bieber? No, just kidding. No,
no comment.
So were you were a librarian in Canada?
Yeah.
Is a Canada library different from a U.S. library?
No, not really.
Oh, it doesn't have a bunch of French books?
There's some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably not as.
So how did you make it to Fresno?
You know, it's a long story.
It's okay. We have time.
That's scary. Went to library school, then got a job, and then my husband and I decided the economy was going to tank in Canada. Came through with the NAFTA agreement, North American Free Trade. Never looked back. I've had great career successes ever since. Most recently, Phoenix before here. So know all about heat. Lived in Phoenix for 4 years, and now here for 5.
How come I didn't know there's a library school?
Because everybody thinks everybody in a library is a librarian.
Well, no, don't you just go to a regular college to become a librarian?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, but they call it library school.
They call it library school.
Yeah.
Why is it that you wanted to be a librarian?
You know, I've worked in libraries so long before I got my master's that it seemed like the next course, the next step in becoming a professional. I mean, I'd worked as a paraprofessional and hit that glass ceiling, and the only way to keep going in the field was to go back and get the degree.
So, I'm not exactly sure I know exactly what a librarian does.
Well, you come in and you ask a question. You may want to know, I don't know, how to fix your car. We can actually give you the resources to do that. Electric schematics for the electronics. Things like that. Maybe you want to know.
You have all the Chilton manuals.
We've got
there?
all the Chiltons. Okay. We've got them online. Yeah, and you can actually go online and download them and be right in your garage reading them as you're correcting or fixing your car, rather.
You're saying online. Are the libraries changing a lot because of the computer age? Aren't they?
They are. I mean,
do you still have the cards?
Oh, hell no.
It's okay. It's okay. You're a librarian.
Sorry. No. Cards are a long way. You know, we've got an online catalog. Everything's electronic now. Libraries are changing. You know, our whole resources, we still have books and materials and magazines and all of that, but we also have all of that online, and our electronic resources are actually used more now than books. Than the paper copies of things.
Bet. Yeah. I was flattered to be invited to host a table at last year's dinner at the library.
Yes.
I thought it went over well, and I didn't get an invitation this year, and you eased my mind because they're not having one this year.
No, they're not. No, they
I thought it was me.
No, you're fine. We didn't get any complaints about you or anything like that.
It was amazing because when I went, people choose the tables that they want to sit at.
Yes.
And my theme was, if you're bored in Fresno, it's probably you. And so I didn't know what to expect. And here, everyone at my table is probably 70 or so.
Easy.
And they picked my table. I'm like, they must have changed my theme or something. What's happening? And we had a great discussion about things to do in Fresno.
Well, maybe they were looking for some challenges and something new.
Well, they got one. You're changing it up this year a little bit. Is it wine at the...
Yeah, we're going to do a wine walk. It's going to have some fancy name. They haven't come up with it yet. At Woodward Park Library. I'm not 100% sure when. I think it'll be in the fall, September, October. And the whole idea is that you can drink wine and have some wonderful conversation and food in the library and walk around. In
a nice big library.
In a nice big library.
That library is as good
library.
as any library I've seen in California.
Yeah, it's truly our diamond. And
do you work out of that one?
No, I work downtown. I work at the
I love the downtown
the Central
one.
Library.
I love the downtown one.
Yeah.
So what kind of things does the library have coming up? Because you always have some
right
different events going
now,
on.
right now, what's really exciting, if you're into our big read, it's going for a month now, and we're in the height of it right now. We just had a speakeasy last weekend, which was very, very well attended at Fresno City College. We are having today, if you're interested, you can delve into the mind of a psychopath.
Yeah, like I haven't done that before.
I thought you'd like that. At Woodward Library this afternoon. This is the big read we do once a year. We're in our 9th year. It's funded by the National Endowment for the Arts. This year's book is the Maltese Falcon by Dashiell Hammett,
Nice.
which was the, really, it's considered still the definitive model for how detective fiction gets written, and it was written back in the 20s. And Dashiell Hammett's granddaughter, Julie Rivet, I think is her name, is giving a talk to talk about what it was like with her grandfather. All kinds of really cool events right now on that for anyone from little children all the way up to adults. They're even doing some really funky games this year. One of them is a letterbox game where you go and get clues at various libraries and you can solve a crime, and you can actually interface with Archer, the one of the characters in the book. And then one thing they're doing, and then they're doing something called geocaching, which, you know, you guys who are on the internet would understand this. If you've got a GPS and a smartphone, you can actually do, it's like a treasure hunt game, and it's called geocaching, and it's something the library's never done before. So again, that move into technology to attract the younger crowd. So.
And that's what you guys are doing. That's your goal a little bit, isn't it? To get the younger crowd.
Well,
and when you say younger
is.
crowd, you don't mean children, do you?
Oh,
or
yeah.
do you mean the 20s, 30s, 40s?
Everybody. I mean, really, the library serves a cross-section of society, and we serve everybody from birth, pre-birth, all the way up to you know, the as far as you go. And I was going to say nearly dead, but I didn't think that was appropriate. But I said it. I said it. So for little kids, the whole idea is to get them ready for school. So we've got programs for 0 to 5, things like teaching your little girl how to put the round peg in the round hole. So a lot of tactile things. We've got what are called early learning centers that help with that and help mom and dad work with the child and develop that sensory learning. And then we've got programs to get the kids reading on grade level by grade 3, because we know that if they can read properly at grade 3, they are going to become a success in school and high school, and they won't necessarily be in jail, because we know that the jail and the prison beds are done by the number of people who are under the grade level of 3. The average grade reading level in prison is 3. So
Third grade?
Third grade. So if you think about that, you're barely putting sentences together. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. So we're all about literacy. We want to keep the teens. You know, we've got stuff for them after school during those hours when mom and dad may not be home.
Right.
And we want to make sure that they're well engaged and, you know, doing productive things. And then, of course, for the older crowd, things like the geocaching for the 20-somethings, book clubs, you name it, we've got it. If you have an interest in learning of any kind, the library's the place to be.
It's not just books either, is it?
Books is like this part of all of the other things. We've got more programs and services. We'll help you if you're a veteran with services to get you connected to all the various government programs that are available. We've got, as I said, the programs for the kids. You name it, we're there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Laurel, it was very nice talking
Thank you.
with
It was a pleasure.
I love what you guys are doing with the zoo.
Fun. Thank you for coming.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stick around.